G'day guys, Tykes TV here with Luke. Thank you for joining if you have. Steve here with me. We're going to be talking about upcoming game Villa, as well as transfers that don't seem to be happening as late. So we'll get straight into it. We'll talk about transfers first. Steve, still in shorts, I see. After a bit of stick, you've been getting comments. What have you got to say about them first off? We'll start with that.
What? Stick I've been getting? Yeah, I'm used to it. It's old school to me. So it's me relaxing wearing it house.
So no need to get dressed up, is there?
It's the heck. I'm not wearing jeans at it house. I would like to be relaxed.
All right, there you go then. So stop complaining, yeah?
Oh, yeah, they're right. They've got the... It's up to them. It's their point of view, isn't it?
Well, yeah, they're entitled to it. So transfers then. What's happening? Seems like you'd have expected us getting somebody in by now, wouldn't you?
It's all quiet, isn't it? But a lot of other clubs are the same. They aren't making any. It'll go to the last few days. The agents will be touting them about all over for extra 500, extra grand, extra 2 grand, whereas from other clubs. That's what it'll be happening. It won't surprise me if we didn't sign anybody till last day. Well,
I mean, we're supposed to be looking in Europe. There's an Australian left back we've been looking at who's had about 3 caps for them. Supposed to be highly rated. Do you think that could be a reason why it's taking longer? Because we're looking more into Europe.
I don't know. I've heard about this Australian kid. Same with this striker. Is he a Norwegian striker?
Possibly, and there's a midfielder from Austria as well. I can't remember the names. That's the only problem with him. I can never remember the names.
Yeah, it's like all else. There's all other clubs might be after him as well. It's all that, you've got to be patient, haven't we? We've got to be patient. Could do him for Saturday, couldn't we, Well,
we're looking short in middle as well, aren't we? No Gardner, no Williams. What's he going to play?
I'd be tempted to put Pearson in there.
What, in midfield?
Just sitting in front at back 4.
I don't know.
Hassel's done it a few times. He looked good. Hassel did it against Chelsea in cup game and the rate game.
Yeah, Hassel did it more than just Chelsea though, didn't he? He did it. He made it a regular spot playing there when De Silva got injured. But I don't think Pearson could do it.
Well, we're gonna have to try something. I think we'll be wide open with Moncur, Mallon, and Potts. And there's obviously Isgrove. Is he going to be fit?
Well, dead leg won it, but does that mean they're going to risk him straight away?
Might have to. Might have to if we're down to bare bones, but...
Does it make you think, though, why didn't they wait for sending the likes of Cameron McGeehan out on loan until maybe later on in January, till we brought some players in not to replace him, but to come in while he were out on loan for the rest of the season?
Yeah, they should have waited, definitely. Like I said at the beginning, things might not get done while last day. So we do things last day, then you let McGeehan go out last day. Yeah. But it's all right in hindsight. Eki didn't know Williams were going to get sent off, but there's always that chance, isn't there? So I get where you're coming from. Yeah, McGeehan would have been better off staying. Can we call Mowat back? I don't know ins and outs on that.
Well, I were looking at Loan Watch earlier. I think he scored for him at weekend. Mowat, free kick. I'm not sure if we can or not. If we're a season loan, wasn't it? So. He's doing all right there. He's made half his appearances starting, half on bench. A bit similar to what he was doing with us. Hopefully he can come back a better rounded player, a bit like we're hoping for with McGeehan there.
Yeah, he come to us highly rated. Something's gone wrong there, like with him. I don't know if it's his attitude towards stuff and that, but he needs to knuckle down. He's still only a young kid, so you can't just disregard him. I'd like to think if after this loan spell at Oxford, he comes back to us in summer, he kicks on, and then he's a regular next season.
There's been rumours about Jack Payne at Huddersfield, who were on loan at Oxford as well. Played in playoffs, missed that penalty actually. Would he be a player midfielder? Would he be a player you'd take on?
I don't know much about him, to be honest.
It's hard, though, isn't it, Wheels? Because we don't know much about these players, if we're honest. If we're really honest. I mean, it's all right looking at stats, but that don't prove how good a player is, does it?
Well, I don't know. It depends. I don't like going on stats. I like to watch them. I mean, if I were a scout, I'd go and I'd watch him. Like, but they tend to they've moved over to that side, haven't they now? So every club with stats. So I don't know. Well, we were linked with that Lolly, weren't we? Joe Lolly from Huddersfield Winger. He scored Saturday.
What about Barnes, though? I mean, is he in Leicester's plans? As far I've been told, he's in Leicester's plans. I don't think he were on bench on at weekend against Chelsea. As far as I know as well, he can't go on loan to anybody else. He can only have 2 clubs. So, do you think we ought to be on phone to them and saying, look, if he's in your plans, fair enough. But if he's not, can we have him back for the rest of the season?
Well, I think we'd have already done it by now. Obviously, Leicester don't want him to come back to us. I think we'd have done it by now. They'd have done it. The new loan were coming to end, so they'd have negotiated it and got him back. So I don't think Leicester want him to come back, personally.
It's experience for him, though, isn't it?
It is. So what you're saying, you can't go to another club?
Yeah, apparently that's the new rule as well, that you can only have 2 clubs.
Well, he might as well come back to us then if he's not going to get a game at Leicester.
That's what I mean. I'd take it. I'd take him back because we are short on wingers as it is, and especially if Isgrove's out, that means for me he's only got one option. If we don't get knobbed in, and that's to go 2 up on Saturday.
Or he could go 3-5-2.
But he's not. Is he going to play Amel as a wing back though?
You'd have to leave Amel out Saturday and go 3 centre halves, 5 across middle, and 2 up.
What? So would you pick Pearson, Lindsay, Pinnock, and then your centre halves, Cavari and Yidam?
You've just said it. That's your centre halves.
Sorry, full backs. I mean, wing backs. Yeah.
The Cavari and
Yidam.
And then you've got Malin, Potts and Moncur. And then obviously more up front with either Bradshaw or TM.
I don't know, me. I mean, Bradshaw again is another player who's been linked away. We don't need to sell him though, do we? I personally wouldn't be selling him. It'd be a waste of time because then we'd have to be looking for somebody else.
Yeah, but tough keeping him. He's happy enough here. It's all speculation, isn't it?
Speculation and just rumours that it could have been just rumours with this Fletcher. Do you know what I mean? With Fletcher deal, apparently Sunderland are interested now and Norwich, so potentially taking him out on loan. No, Fletcher.
He's already at Sunderland, isn't it?
No, Middlesbrough. So when clubs like that are looking at it, I mean, I know we've got this money now, but if you've got the choice, who's in better situation? I know he knows club, but you know what I mean.
Money talks, doesn't it? Obviously Norwich and Sunderland will pay me a bit more in wages than what we do. But I'd like to think he's got a good relationship with Eki, ain't he? I thought it was nailed on. He was coming last week, to be honest, when I heard a good thing about it on Barnsley BBS, a kid who wouldn't know. But not further happened, like.
I know, it seemed nailed on. I read it and I expected him being here, but it's just one of them things, is it? Do we just believe what we see, or believe it when we see it officially? I mean, as far as that goes, we're going into the game confident-wise after last week's performance against Wolves. The thing I wanted to ask you as well is, why can't we defend like that every week?
They up the game. We'll have upped his game a bit where we Saturday. It always happens that.
Well, can we up it this Saturday then? Because this is just as big a game. Villa are a good side.
Yeah, of course it is. They've got to do it. They've got to up it, like you say, all the time. Yeah. Every game's a toughie in this league. I mean, I know what you're saying. They all give their all. They left everything out on field, didn't they? Like, it's hard to keep doing it week in, week out. But I don't know Saturday. That it's midfield. What's thinking me for Saturday?
Yeah.
It is.
It's going to be. It's hard. I mean, we're not. You know, a manager, or we're not up in boardroom, so we don't know how long it takes to actually finalise a deal for a transfer, do we? But you'd have thought we'd have had something. I know it's still only Wednesday, but it'd have been nice to get him in early doors so they could get used to where we play, get used to the teammates, wouldn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Well, we thought that about. Go on, Moore. Is that what he did with Moore last week? Because we thought it'd have started like, didn't it? Like, but yeah, of course it does. If you can get him in on a Monday, you've got all week to work with him and get to know the teammates and that, definitely. But the footballers, they know what it's about. That I don't think that matters this day and age now. Like, you know what I mean? They know who they are. They know the names from seeing them and that, playing against them. So I don't think that's a major issue.
I mean, I spoke about it with Banff on Saturday. James Bree not getting a look in at Villa. Would he be a player you'd take back?
No. I'm happy with his defence. We've got cover. You know, in both fullbacks.
Going on to that though, I didn't see it, but apparently Yidam did a lap of honour on his own at the weekend. So is that signalling out? I didn't see it.
Was anybody coming for him still? Have we tried keeping him? Because I think we should be trying to keep him.
No, I've said that. I said we should be talking to him and trying to settling him down. It might not be about money though. You can't always say it's about money, can you? You might just want to play in top division, which is fair enough, isn't it?
Yeah, every player does. You can't stop him if they want to do that, but you like to think he'd start and do it hopefully in a few years, play top division wheels like.
It's if it happens though, innit? And the thing, the issue I've got with it is like Swansea were looking at him, Huddersfield and that. To me, no disrespect, but Swansea look as though they're going to go down this season, don't they? Huddersfield, they're not doing. Yeah, they're not doing too bad. They're not concrete Premier League teams either, so even if he went, he could potentially end up back in Championship anyway.
Yeah, I'll be on more money. Because they'll pay more money, obviously. But we need to, like, obviously now, things have changed at our club. We've got to be paying him more money now, and I'd like to keep him.
Well, word has it, Moore's on a decent number now. I mean, I was on his first game. Like, I'm hoping he gets off running. Like, and hopefully a good place to start on Saturday at Villa Park, if he does start. Yeah, all been well. I mean, could you potentially see if we do? I don't think he will, but if we did go 4-4-2, he'd play Tiam wide, Bradshaw and Moore up front, depending on the Grove situation.
If we go 4-4-2?
Yeah, if we went 4-4-2.
No. Tiam ain't fit enough and he'll not work hard enough to play there in a 4. No.
And I've had this discussion with Banff as well about fitness-wise. Why is he not fit enough yet?
And a clue. Is he a stone overweight? We don't know. We don't know ins and outs. I still don't think he's 100% fit, and I don't think Moncur is.
No, Moncur didn't look fit when he came on. I mean, we've watched that back as well, going back to Wolves. That chance he had, it looks hard. It looked an harder chance. He hit it with his left foot, and I thought he ought to have gone. If he went with his right, it could have gone in. But that one of Hamels again. You look back on that.
That's what easier. I thought that one of that when I saw it on telly, that one of Moncur's were harder than what it looked like. Sat there in ground when we saw it. He looked to have time and space, but defenders all come across. Hamels' chance were easier, I thought. On 6 yard turn, and he just scuffed it, didn't he? Like, he didn't get hold of it.
Yeah. Right then, so regarding Villa then, let's say if we don't get no players in by the game, team selection then. So what would your team selection be? So start from goalkeeper. So Davis. Well, you thought 3-5-2, and who goes in there then? So Davis,
Pinnock, Lindsay and go on, Pearson.
Wing backs.
Yidam and Cavari wing backs, and then middle three Monk, Mallon and Potts.
And up front, Bradshaw and Moore.
Well, I go Moore, and you pick between them two, either or. I'd like to see TM.
TM. Yeah, it'd be nice to see TM start. Villa got a good win last week at Forest. New manager at Forest as well, Karanka. Can always happen, can't it? But that they get the first win, but good win that for them. And looks like they're doing. They're going to be solid contenders for playoffs. So it's No, I meant playoffs. They'll be in playoffs. They can still get second. But it's going to be a tough game, innit? Again, would you be happy with a point?
Oh, definitely be a right point. Give me a point, take it that point. Definitely.
And then that game against Fulham, if we do pick up a point, I think that game against Fulham is the one where we need to be really looking at getting 3.
We do, but don't lose.
Yeah.
Don't lose. There'll be games against sides near bottom. February is a crucial month for us, looking at fixtures. We go to QPR, they're down their ways, hovering round us. QPR are down their ways. Wednesday, home week after. Birmingham away, 6-pointer. Burton in midweek after 6-pointer. And then last... Oh, sorry, I've got that wrong. Hull away, that's a 6-pointer. That's if it's on, they might be still at FA Cup Hull. Burton in midweek, and then Birmingham to finish February off. Crucial month. 5 games there. Were winnable, but we could lose all 5. We could draw all 5, but the winnable games. I want to go. We need to look at winning 3 out of 5. Yeah. For me, 9 points. So you're looking at. We're going to have to win 1 away, obviously. There after them because we've only 2 out of 5 at home, haven't we? Wednesday at Burton. Local derby and all.
So, all being well then, we do get some players in before Saturday. It's a big ask now, but I've seen it happen. Hopefully we sign them in time as well. So they can well, they'll probably be on bench, won't they?
It's transfer window.
What?
When's it finish?
31st, yeah.
So that's after Fulham game. So that week after we're away at QPR, they'll probably sign. Man, they know because transfer window, we sign them on 31st. That's it week then, isn't it? So they will be eligible for that. If it had dropped on, if the window shuts on the day of a game, I'll tell you now, we'd have signed them too late to play. We always do.
Yeah. So we'll leave it there then. Villa going to be tough, obviously, like we've said. Hopefully, to God, we can get some players in beforehand. Obviously, Wednesday now. We've got 2 days before the game at Villa Park. Fingers crossed we can. And let us know what you think in the comments, guys. And as always, thanks for watching.
Brian Howard here. Make sure you subscribe to Tykes TV.